Do you want to start a travel blog and actually make money at it? You're definitely going to need a plan, and here's why. Whenever you start a travel blog, you've got to have a little bit of focus on what it is that you're doing, because you can either start one and it fail miserably in the fact that you're not making any money, or you can start one and eventually it'll make money. Making money with a travel blog does take some time. Just know that right out of the gate. It's not something that you're gonna start and then like the next week, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm making 10 grand a month sort of thing.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't happen that quick. And we're gonna dive into the details of travel blogging, how you make money with it so that you know how to set up your plan from day one.
But what do you want? Let's start there. Do you want to be a blogger? Do you want to travel all over the world? Or would you rather be regional? Having an idea of your launch point is a really good idea. You can always change it up, but something to really consider is, say that when you're deciding on what your brand's gonna be called, if you called your brand Exploring Ontario, you could explore Ontario for a really long time. But if at some point you're like, you know what, I kind of want to go to BC, or maybe I want to go to Europe, that kind of a brand you can't really change. So maybe your brand would be called Exploring the Wilderness. That would be a better brand name for you. So knowing what you want is really important.
And we're actually going to get into more of that detail here in just a minute. But first, have you asked yourself, can I make money from blogging, from being a travel blogger?
Yes, you can.
And that is the short answer to it. There's a lot of different ways that travel bloggers and bloggers actually make money. So let's explore different revenue streams and where they come from.
The first thing you can do is put ads on your blog. Now, something we recommend is not to spackle your entire blog with banner ads and pop-ups and things jumping out at you all over the place, because guess what? You're more likely to have people say sayonara and never come back if you have ads everywhere. So think about, if you're gonna put ads on your site, to do it really in a classy way.
So the advantage of having ads on your site is that when people go to your site, you don't necessarily have to start off with something that you personally have to offer them. There's a ton of companies out there who will pay you to have banners on your website based on when people actually view the ad. They don't necessarily have to click on it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Just depends on how you have it all set up with them. But that's one of the ways to do it. Another way is to have affiliate products and services on your website. So let's say you're reviewing travel gear and you've got this awesome backpack or winter gloves or a winter coat or cameras or whatever you're using on your travel site. There's different companies out there who will allow you to mention them in your comments, in your blog post, and you can link to them with what's called an affiliate link or a referral partner link.
Yeah, you're probably seeing this all over the internet. You see it in people's YouTube descriptions. You see it on hyperlinks. Like anytime you see a word that's in blue, that's called a hyperlink. And you can be linking anywhere you want. And you can make a commission if they click your link and they buy something.
Which is pretty cool.
It's sweet. Next up, brand deals. This is really exciting and a really fun way to get your brand out there into the world. Sometimes you will have brands approach you and say, hey, if you wear this outfit in one of your videos, then we would love to give you the outfits for free. Or here's some gear to try out. We'd love for you to review it. But this isn't something that you want to full on rely on happening for your business, because it's not always gonna happen. Sometimes you have to go out there and approach other companies, and sometimes you don't have a big enough following for them to just give you the gear or to give you a free night stay or
even to pay you.
So don't make it your number one thing. Sure, it's really nice, but there are better ways to make more predictable income. So that would be just like putting the gravy on top if you got a sick brand deal.
hashtag multiple streams. So another option is to offer your own products, your own services, and this is the main stream of income that we do. We've got the tribe, we've got e-courses. We produce e-courses about how to build your business online and how to get your website set up and your social media so that you can actually make money online.
And how to get your head in the game so that you can actually be the person that runs the business.
That's what we focus on. So think about what you would focus on if you offered your own products and services. Would it be a digital product? Like we focus on digital products because you can literally be anywhere and you're not having to warehouse products or provide services that you have to physically be somewhere. So kind of get your head in the game and see what sort of ways you would feel most comfortable earning income as a travel blogger, because you can have all sorts of these different ways, and the more that you have, the more ways, the more what's called streams of income. You could have multiple streams. You know, maybe you've got $100 coming in over here and 1,000 over there, and from this stream you've got 5,000 per month. Multiple streams all add up over time, and that's the goal, is to create multiple streams so that you've got a very solid income base. So now let's get to your plan. What is a plan, and how do you put together a very specific plan so that you're working with purpose and you're not floundering, right?
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is be floundering around and just throwing crap at the wall aimlessly.
So it starts with your idea. You're watching this video right now because you're probably thinking about being a travel blogger, or maybe you started being a travel blogger and the money's just not there yet. That's gonna come here in a second and we're gonna dive into that. But start with your idea. What is it that you want to do? Aaron was talking about just a minute ago about being a travel blogger in specifically Ontario or in Canada or globally. Your idea is a very important, formative part for your brand.
Yeah, it's actually the pinnacle point of where it all begins, is just knowing what you want. Where do you want to be? What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? Because when you're a blogger, your lifestyle is your blog. That's generally what people are writing about, especially travel bloggers. They're writing about day-to-day stuff that they come across. They're talking about problems. They're talking about solutions. They're talking about things that are happening in their life. So think about this really hard. What kind of life you actually want to live? Chances are, if you're gonna write about it, you gotta love it. So start with knowing what you want.
Next up, you want to see if there's money inside of your idea. And the reason for that is, if you've got this idea to be a travel blogger in a very specific niche, is there money currently being made in there? Because if there is, you know that you've got a gold mine just waiting for you to go tap.
Yeah, that's right. And you want to make sure that you do that research before you start creating your brand, because that's the next thing you're going to do. Once you get out there in the field, you do the research, see if other people are even doing what it is that you want to do. Then you would go about creating your brand, getting your logo set up, something that really showcases your idea and what it is that you represent. So how do you know if there's money being made in that specific niche?
So the easiest way to know this is going to Google. And I know that this sounds kind of generic, but hang with me for a second because there is a little piece here that most people miss. If you Google your travel blogger idea of a very specific niche, look to see if Google is showing ads. And you're gonna know because at the top, it's gonna have an idea or something with the word ad next to it. And the reason why this is such a hot tip is because if someone or a company are already running ads towards that, you know that they're making money somehow. And the second part of that is see what websites come up. What are they offering? What products? What services? What are they offering for free as well? A lot of times the free thing is the front door to their business to start to build the know, love, trust factor and to start offering you products and services.
Yeah, so we always suggest when you find those honey holes, get in there, get their freebie, maybe even buy a few of their low-cost products so you can see what it is that they're offering and get an idea of where you fit into the marketplace and what you can bring and how you can put your own unique spin on it. So research is key. So what goes into a brand? You've got your logo, you've got your font, you've got your color scheme, but most importantly, you also have your message. So think about, what's your main message? What's the point that you want to get across? Or how do you want to be known? Because when you start a brand or a business online, you become the go-to person in your niche if you do it correctly.
Yeah, so whenever you get that all decided on, then comes setting up your social media and your website. Flow it all together, have what's called brand continuity. Your social medias match your website so that when people find you in the social environment and they go to your website, the look and feel is congruent and they know that they're at home.
Yeah, that really builds the know, love, trust factor, so people will buy stuff from you once they start to know, love, and trust you.
So once you get your website and your social media set up, the thing to think about is your monetization strategy. How are you going to make money? Now, we've covered all the different types, and I'm sure that you could probably get creative and come up with some of your own yourself. But what are the streams that you want to incorporate in your travel blog so that you can make money? Because there's one thing that you can do, just write about experiences and food and all sorts of different things that you go through in your travel blog. The next step is, well, how are you going to make money from this? You can write about your experiences all day long, but if you want to travel full time like we do, you've got to know what you're going to make money at.
Yeah, in a more predictable way, because you don't just want to rely on brand deals or hoping that people will click on the ad that's on the side of your website. You want to be able to pair things together so that you have a predictable way. You know approximately how much income is coming in, and you have a really reliable source of income.
So as of right now, here are, and I don't know if we should actually tell you this, but we're gonna kind of leak what we do. Our streams of income, we've got a few multiple ones. We use affiliate income. So like we talked about before, there's companies who will pay you to refer their stuff. All of the gear and stuff that we use, we talk about it. People love to say, hey, what type of camera are you using right here, sort of thing. Do you have a little light on? Oh yeah, we do have a little light on. Oh, what light is that? Well, we probably have our little influencer shop down in the description you can click on. But people will want to know what it is that you're using. So that's one stream. Another stream is our e-courses and our membership portal. So for the people who want to be like full-on tribers and get their questions answered in the kind of a personal environment, we've got the exclusive tribe for entrepreneurs, and all our tribers get access to all of our e-courses in the Power Course library.
Yeah, almost all of our products are digital products, whether we're referring software and tools that we're using online or whether we're referring our own products. Pretty much everything that we're offering that's in the online space is some kind of a digital product, other than, you know, the tools that we're using like gear or our own t-shirts.
So if you're wanting to become a travel blogger or learn how to build a simple business online around your idea, start your membership with the exclusive tribe for entrepreneurs, where you get access to the community and support you need to keep your head in the game. And you'll also get access to all of the e-courses that we make that walk you through step by step how to put all this stuff together. It took us quite a while to figure it all out. And now we've got one place where people can go step by step with the roadmap and learn how to do it for themselves.
Yeah, in a really non-BS way. Like, we're never gonna BS you. We're always gonna give you the route that works best, that's most current, that worked for us. So jump on in. We can't wait to have you. And until next time, friends,
adventure on.
Adventure on.